Alright, and we are just getting going here. Welcome everyone to Spec Esports. This is America's Tuesday series. My name is Professor Phil, and we are just about to get started here with short qualifying. Hopefully I'm loud enough, and then we'll check the game and make sure that that's loud enough too. Tay, I teach the art of racing and sometimes beats. Alright, here we go. So let's just see who the first one on track will be. And it looks like the Ferrari of Harmacist, who's going to be first one out on track. Me and Take It Easy are in the sister Ferraris in the Sunday League, so hoping Harmacist and Sargent can bring some more respect back to the Ferrari name. And behind him looks like it's the other Haas of L2 with Alonso in the other one. Thank you, Sparty, for letting me know it's dry. Oh, well, actually, let me just do this really quick. Alright, we'll stay on board with Harmacist until they complete their first lap. Tay, Harmacist is the number 69 because it is one less than 70. There, that's a lesson. You're welcome from Professor Phil. I went to school for that. Alright, Harmacist coming into the third sector now. And actually we'll get these tires out of the way. So let's see, shifts down into fifth, take the last corner flat, and here we go, starting the first flying lap of the session. Keeping the car in fourth gear, just through the first two corners, keep the car settled so that turn 3 is nice and easy. Hitting the brakes hard to make sure you get the car turned in so you can get a good exit for the DRS zone. Doing a nice job to keep it within the white lines. Goes a little bit wide for that apex, but doesn't do too badly. Goes very wide there, at least in terms of Singapore. So definitely time left on that corner. There's a yellow flag, but it's already gone. Over the bridge. Very easy to get the car unsettled in that braking zone. Keeping the car in fourth for those corners, which is interesting. I personally take that in third most of the time, but that could just be preference. Want to keep the rear maybe more stable. Coming to the last corners now. Let's see where the first time of this session's going to be. So it looks like L2 actually backed off. So that's going to be a 39.0, and I think I saw Sargent is going to be the next car over the line. That's going to be a 38.7. The two Ferraris, and Carita goes fastest with a 37.2 on the mediums. So that means that I guess. Oh, I keep forgetting. Never mind. And Saucy goes second fastest with a 38.5. Penny goes fifth with a 38.9. And that pushes Harms's back down to 6th. Let's see, Porsche goes fastest with a 36.6. So, as Sparty just invalidates there. Porsche sets the fastest time after getting P2 on Sunday on this race, so clearly feeling strong. Style Harmony goes 4th fastest with a 38.7. Oh no! And Harmesis has just retired as I literally catch him, I guess in the braking zone there. Well, that is not great for the Ferraris. That's what I was saying. I think I just saw Tom, who went up into 3rd with a 38.0. Let's stay on board here with Sparty as he's going through another lap. So far it's a pretty tidy lap from Sparty. Not trying to go into any of the curves or get the car unsettled. So let's see, the last couple corners. Definitely just seems to kind of be playing it safe. And that's 11th with a 39.5. I don't think he's gonna go again. Let's see, Sub is starting a lap now, so let's stay on board with him. So as Mr. Naz just gets out of the way there. Hopefully Sub wasn't distracted too much by that. Ooh, that was really close to invalidating. This will hit that apex. Oh, but he had to lift out a lot, so he didn't hit the wall there. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It's like not letting me change camera angles, or when it does, it's very odd. Says it's a purple middle sector, but we often know it just glitches that. Oh, and he just invalidates going too much on the inside there of that corner. L2 coming through sector 2. I think Alonso is actually also about to finish a lap. And he's going to put himself 4th fastest with a 37.5, which is a very good time. Although the medium times of Carito and Tom are definitely ones to stand out. I'm not sure if Carito just... I don't know if Carito crashed. Oh, looks like L2 spun over the line. I don't know if Carito crashed or if he retired on purpose, just to start on the mediums no matter what. So we have Saucy on that lap. Sargent, the only Ferrari that's still working, is currently a little, just under 0.2 of his previous time. Little slidey coming out of bridge. Still improving though. At this rate, Sargent might go up near Yoset or L2. If he's very good, he'll could possibly beat Alonso or Tom. Really depends on these last couple corners. Gets right up against the wall there. And let's see what's this going to be. Puts himself up into 6th right in front of Yoset. And Sub actually just beats that right afterwards with the 37.6. So a lot of close times. I mean, from... Let's see. Well, Porsche did a 36.6, which is actually very impressive considering the gap. But the top 10 are just under 2 seconds or so, or just over 2 seconds. So a lot of time to be had from a lot of different people, but obviously different driving styles can suit different tracks. So I think Henny B just possibly improved their time. Jumping up to 9th. Oh, and he's just retired! Did he just do that in the 3rd corner? Whoa! And Yoset spins over the line. No, luckily doesn't get too much in Saucy's way. That seems to be happening more often than not right now. Styled Harmony doing something. I think he maybe overshot it on the brakes. So Saucy with a good improvement so far, just in the first sector alone, about 0.2 of an improvement. And Tom actually sets, or sorry, not Tom. Porsche actually set a faster lap with a 35.9. He needs to make his Alpine louder so I know when he goes out on track. Sweaty Tom, just under 0.3 of his previous best. With about 4 minutes left in qualifying to go, let's see how much time he can eke out of there. He's still going to need to improve by nearly a second if he wants to get near the front row. But for sure he'll want to start in front of Carrito. And it nice and close to the wall. What's gonna be? A 36-2. So that is an insane improvement on the time. Let's see if we can hop on to sub, as I think he's on an outlap. Sergeant is actually about starting his lap now. I think Sparty's on a lap. Sparty's about 3/10 down on his time. Still needs about another couple to maybe get up near Flory or South Harmony. And he does get exactly up there with the 1:38.6. So good effort from Sparty. And Porsche's retired. Sparty is now improved by, oh, no, now it says 3:10, so I think he's going for a second lap, but, doesn't look like he has too much battery to use, but hopefully that shouldn't be the biggest issue. No, his battery's out. I'm not sure what Mr. Naz is doing. I was just about to set up for another lap. Sergeant's not improving on his time. Does he, I don't know if these are both on fine laps, but Yosid is incredibly close to Sergeant if that's the case. And now quali is ended. Surprised I didn't see more people go out for more of a last minute run. Oh, unless that's rain on the screen. It just started raining. Wow, that is well, I guess now that answers my question immediately of why do people retire so early? Well, well, unless Fox can truly pull something magical out, I think Porsche has secured pole position with Freelance Tom next to him on the front row. With Zenger and Alonso, in P3 and 4, with Carrito and L2 joining them on the third row. So, oh, we're just waiting for, I think, Dorothy Diesel's car either to retire or cross the line. Alright, and that is the end of qualifying here in Singapore. So that was the end of qualifying. If anyone has any predictions of who might end up on the podium, I suggest you put them in the chat now. Would also just like to take this time to thank everyone for watching, and if you could just give us a follow or any and all that stuff, that would be appreciated. As someone looks like it's readied up immediately. No rest for the wicked, I guess. And, oh, and it looks like Henny was disqualified from the session. Making contact with, touching with the Red Bulls. Yep. So, let's see, let's just take a look at the tires for a sec. So Carrito's the only one in the top 10 who is on mediums, but unlike Sunday when he had done 6 qualifying laps on them, these would be much fresher. Everyone else outside the top 10 is either elected to go mediums or hards to start the race. I feel like if anything you should go mediums to start, and then you basically have the best of both worlds. I mean, obviously you're not going to be super quick off the line, but the hards with full fuel is going to be pretty dreadful. That car is going to be really heavy, and those tires aren't going to really heat up probably until lap 3. But we'll see. Everyone who is starting the race on used qualifying tires is, not going to be in that much of a better boat, at least after about 5 or 6 laps. Porsche moving the field swiftly through the last part of the track, not really wanting to wait around too long. So even with the hard tire, it's saying a 2-stop strategy, but that's also saying if you're on the soft. And Sharky is the last car to bring up the rear in the Aston Martin. And as we all line up on the grid, we will get ready for lights out in any second. Oh! One of these things is not like the others. I wonder if this will be a lobby restart. Yep, so we're gonna have a lobby restart. I think Saucy just he got kicked and then tried to rejoin, and then the FIA parked his Red Bull in the wrong way. Oh, I think Saucy might have left. I don't know what's happening now. Well, oh, well, what is happening? Tom is leading the race. No one else has moved. Broken lobby. Sharky's gonna get going. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights are out, and away they go. Sharky has a head start, and even though he waited. Oh, everything's kicking off over here. Oh, L2 is turned around. Everyone else has stopped. Sublime is waiting for the green light to go, and he backs up, and now Sub's away. Oh, and Porsche's already crashed. And they're off. Alonso's catching Saucy, and the safety car is out. The safety car has been passed. What an exciting race. Diesel is dead. Everything is over. Alright, well, we'll get a new lobby in here and figure out what happened. Alright, about to get started here again now that we reset the lobby. Hopefully everyone can just wait a few minutes before readying up so everyone can just get their setups and strategies. And hopefully we can have a civilized end lap. Oh, and someone's already hit it. So it looks like everyone started on the same tire they were supposed to. I think the only difference I can spot right away is that I don't think Sergeant was on hards. And I don't think Henny B was on softs. So, well, trying to go around the formation lap again. So far, no one's disqualified. Sparty or Tay or someone who can type in the chat, just let me know if my volume is good and if the game's loud enough when you get a chance. Whoa. So we'll have to see if Porsche is going to be able to pull away from Tom, if they're more going to be able to stick together and pull away as a group. So Sergeant has to pit lap 1. He started on the wrong tires. He should not be on the hard tire. As we start setting the grid now. And the rest of the grid is just about to form up. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we are racing here in Singapore. And Porsche has sunken backwards from the line. And Sergeant has already retired. And that's an immediate VSC. So from the lead, Porsche's already gone down massively. And there's a huge accident back here. Definitely just saw a lot of front wings come off. Sharky has no front wing at all. I don't know if Sparty has any damage. So it looked like somehow or another, I don't know if Porsche just got something terribly wrong. And I don't know, yeah, I don't know what happened to Porsche. It's very interesting. Oh, and that's actually a full safety car. So we'll see who actually pits first. Wonder who is actually going to stay out or not. Because obviously anyone who's on those soft tires isn't going to want to get rid of them so fast. Because Flowery has just gotten super deep into the turn there for some reason. Oh, and Toger's just done the same exact thing. Gonna have to back it up more than that. Oh, we're gonna watch this. Are you gonna break your way? This is the race content we're here for. Alright, and he's through. He didn't break the front wing. He lit up his mediums a couple times. A lot of people choosing to stay out. Porsche's gone in. So he's going straight for the medium tires after that horrible start where he literally went backwards. And Fox is actually going to overtake Porsche as well. So, we'll have to see how this turns out for the rest of the race. Obviously, restarting the lobby means everyone is on fresh tires. So these aren't worn softs or mediums. So let's see, the biggest loser so far right now is Porsche with losing out to 14 positions. And right now the biggest gain is only Mr. Naz starting in P17 and is now in P12. Yoset has gained 4, who is now up in 8th place. And only 4 people did a pit stop during that period. As something happened actually with Toger. Nope, just still being slow. Sorry. Safety car not going in. I learned a fun fact about L2 today. And Zanger is here. Dirty Diesel and Dirth 2 Saucy are related. I forgot how. Sublime plays with shoes. So, good luck to his braking, I guess. We got some yogurt over here. Henny B. The B stands for something. Styled Harmony. I don't know how you can style that. Mr. Naz. And Harm Assist in 13th. with Mr. Fox right behind him. Porsche, who couldn't get going with nothing in front of him, is down in 15th. Got Sharky in 16th in the Aston Martin. All-purpose Flowery Page in 17th. Mr. Wiseman himself, Insane Sparty. And Tip Tappy Toger in 19th place. And safety car still barely in the third sector. And the safety car is not in this lap. Somehow Toger's just, I think, really having a hard time catching up to the safety car. I'm not even sure if they boxed. Alright, so he runs the number 2 on his car. I wonder if he knows that means you don't have to go 2 miles an hour under the safety car. Come on! What are you braking there for? I'm now heckling from the commentary box. What? What is... How do you do that? What do you... So now he's got to drive around the whole rest of the lap with a broken wing. And hopefully catch up still. How do you mess up the braking that bad? And just stop going straight! This is ridiculous. Like, it's one thing to, you know, kind of spin because your tires are too cold and you're trying to warm them up. And he left. I'm not sure if Toger left on purpose or if he lagged out. But that was very odd. I don't know why it took him so long to come back. Alright, well, anyway, we're green here. And Alonso's up in his second place with his teammate L2 trying to give Carrito a hard time, who's going around the outside. Carrito trying to make good use of those medium tires. Let's see if L2's going to fight. He's going to try to go around the outside. And he actually makes that move stick, to kind of my surprise. That was a great move. Let's see if Carrito's going to try to do anything. No, he doesn't. He's smarter about it, wants to keep his front wing. I think that was Tom who just locked up all the way into there. So it definitely seems like maybe more things happen back here. This party is already kind of far away, and Fox and Toger are miles behind. And there's another safety car. Sorry, I just missed that. I'm trying to multitask. And it looks like Harm Assist is out. Looks like going into the next braking zone. This car's already gone. And a couple more people are going to be pitting. So we have Corrido and Yosa, Henny B, the top 5 who have not stopped yet. And then the 4 drivers behind them have stopped under the safety car, and then everyone else has just stopped for new tires. Well, 6 laps in and 2 safety cars and a VSC already. So hopefully this doesn't play out for the rest of the race like this. So I think, unfortunately, Toger just lagged out, which happens. But just wasn't their race. Singapore's definitely one to take an L on. It's quite the daunting track. Clearly, from the DNS we had, that's pretty apparent. Alright, and that was a nice quick safety car, and it's already in this lap. So now Corrido's going to be in charge of leading the field. Hopefully gives the safety car enough room. Now Henny B is definitely going to be wanting to get off those softs fairly soon, being nearly 7 laps old. Oh, let's see what Credo tried to go, but he got slowed down a little bit by the safety car. Is he still trying to not go? That's pretty dangerous. I think Henny B just maybe got caught out there. Trying to make sure most people get through the carnage okay. And Porsche is pitting. I don't know if that was because of damage, but the pole setter is now back again down into last place or near it. This is not going his way at all. Carrito is out in the lead with Yosit behind. Well, I'm not sure this is really what people wanted, but here we are. But Carrito doing a good job to put himself in an opportunistic position. Henny B still trying to keep it close on Styled Harmony, but those softs, like I said, are really going to be struggling. Tom looks to be fairly close to Sharky, who's on also fairly old softs. And just a fairly big train forming at the moment, but right now Carrito and Yosa have definitely pulled a sizable gap. Styled Harmony and Henny maybe kind of seem to be holding a lot of people up. Ooh, and Tom is looking to try to go for the move around the outside. Thinks better of it, and Sharky holds their line. He's got to be careful not to run into the back of him. Oh, that's pretty close. But Tom chooses the smart play and goes to hold position, but chooses to go too wide there. And does he make the move around the outside? No, he can't make it stick. He doesn't have the same traction as those softs. But those softs are so old, he keeps getting him on the exits. And all the while, this is now just creating a second group as maybe Flowery makes a little mistake there. And all the while, Carrito and Yoset have just been walking away, and even Carrito's starting to say goodbye to Yoset. And DRS is enabled this lap. Oh, and Yosit has retired, and so is Sharky. Oh! How did that happen? Safety car number 3. Well, I guess that closes up the field again, and I guess allows Carrito not to get so much of a lead, even though he's somehow 10 seconds in front. Wow, I wonder how Yoset crashed. So we'll have to see what tires Carito's gonna put on. You'd assume it would be the hard tires to then try to go to the end. So only actually 3 more people are pitting, including Carito, who's now all the way down in 11th, even after gaining over a 10-second lead. Well, we have just about averaged a safety car every 4 laps. Oh, and we're going green this lap. I guess I shouldn't sound so surprised. And there's a yellow in sector 1. It looks like that was Sparty who maybe took a spin, but doesn't look like there's any damage. And Porsche has gotten past Fox. Ooh. I think Tom almost runs into the back of Lonzo. Styled harmony on those old hards is really going to be holding a lot of people up, so I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we saw a 4th safety car soon, unless some people start getting past the styled. And it looks like a lot of people are just going single file. Carito's already made up position or two, but Porsche's right behind him. And Porsche on mediums is definitely going to want to get past Carrito as soon as possible. And Yoset has left the session. Forgot he already crashed out. As Mr. Fox has lost a lot of time. Porsche. Alonso's still trying to put pressure on these drivers on the hard tire in front of them. They're like nearly twice as old as his mediums. So really, you shouldn't have that much of an issue trying to drive past, but obviously in Singapore that's easier said than done. And of course we're not even at half race distance yet, so there's still a lot of driving to be done. So a lot of times it's just better to play it safe. But Sublime is really getting cozy now with the top three. Oh, and he just hits him. And that was good reflexes by Zanger, who actually just turned out of the way. And now the Durth brothers, I'm just going to assume they're brothers, that's what it is, are finishing back to back, and that is actually another space on RS Bingo. Sublime doing well, just trying to keep his McLaren up in the mix, and well, I think after Sunday, Sublime is not the biggest fan of Carrito for Carrito basically not giving him the space and spinning him out. So really, if Porsche has a chance of getting past Carrito, it is in this moment, because I think Sublime is as close to the teammate Porsche's going to get right now. So Carrito is trying to use the overtake, but Porsche is definitely saving it. Unless we have another yellow flag. Oh, and that was Alonso. I didn't even see what happened to him. I assume there was possible contact made. But that's dropped him from 3rd place all the way down to 12th. He's going to be fuming about that. Hopefully he can just kind of cool down and reassess his situation. Like I said, there's a lot of racing left, so there's no reason to get too hot-headed. Carrito goes for a huge send on Sublime. There was no overlap at all. Oh, and that's Tom who spun. Ooh. Does a pretty good turn to get back around. And doesn't appear to have any damage, but that is super costly for his championship. Now I just turned on the telemetry just because it's, well, obviously you can see how much. So Carrito's feathering the throttle like on exits, and Porsche's retired. No. How did that happen? And that's another safety car. That looks like it was after what is that, turn 4? Well, seems like Porsche just spun on his own and ended his race there. Alright, so more people going into the pits. We just crossed half distance, so we got about one safety car left, I believe, for the rest of the race. I think I'm losing about 20 years off my life at this point. Hello and welcome everyone. This is the RS F1 Tuesday America series. This is a new style of league racing where it is exclusively under the safety car, which of course gives me plenty to talk about as the commentator. For example, this is Zanger. And just like that, I have endless things to discuss in terms of tire strategy and Fox trying to go through Togrish Ghost. A lot of people on new mediums. They could be used. I don't know. There's been so many safety cars. Let's see how many times people have doxed. Not that one. And everyone's done a stop, but the bottom 7 have done 2. Okay. Mr. Naz and Flory have gained a lot of positions. And the safety car will be in this lap. I didn't miss it this time. It looked like it might have been called kind of late. Tom's getting as close as he can to Mr. Naz. And Credo's letting these two get pretty far away. I don't know if he just can't get the tires warmed up. Yeah, and Sanger and third Page have already gained a second and a half. Same thing with Mr. Naz. Looks like those hard tires are really tough to warm up in the safety car. Oh, there's someone around in Sector 3. Was that? I think that was Fox. Alonso trying to make the move on Sublime right now. It comes really close to touching. And Alonso yields and stays behind Sublime. Looks like the Dearth brothers are still back to back in 7th and 8th. Tom just waiting patiently for when he's going to make a move. I mean, I can't even imagine he has that much better grip than Mr. Nance, but in terms of pure pace, it looks like it's definitely there. Doesn't try to make a dive down the inside. As Sparty sets the fastest lap of the race. No DRS yet, but is he going to go for it? Well, he locks up, he goes really deep. Mr. Naz gets the switchback, and that's actually going to open up the door for Diesel to get up the inside of Styled Harmony, who's still going to have the inside for the next corner. They make contact. They both seem to get away with it. That seems to be just on the wheels. And now the other Darth is going to want to join his brother on the other side of Styled Harmony. That was a good bit of action there. Only took 19 laps. Alright, is Freelance Tom going to make another attempt on Naz? No. Probably just going to wait until the next lap when DRS is activated. Oh, but he hits the curb and that pushes him really wide. And Sparta gets a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, at least that's something we've seen. We haven't seen a lot of time penalties. There's been so many safety cars. Diesel now with 10 laps younger tires than Tom in front of him. It's going to give him plenty of impetus to get past as soon as possible. As Henny now sets the fastest lap of the race in the mediums. So let's see, out of this corner now. This has to be where Diesel punches it. So let's see. Tom goes by Mr. Naz. Is Diesel going to do the same? Brakes late. Makes that stick no problem. Plenty of grip. Oh, and that might have been some slight contact there with Styled. And Alonso's definitely is back up here in the mix. He can see the party. He wants to join in. That car is about as white as the Gatorade he likes. Stalled Harmony trying to use some of the batteries, stay in contention to Mr. Nas. He should be, I mean, Mr. Nas can definitely go to the end on those tires, but it's not going to be a fun time with them already being 8 laps old. Phoenix Time, I think, is going to either have to, I guess, maybe go on the soft tires in about 3 or 4 laps. I do not believe those mediums will go 23 laps or whatever it is to the end. And the same could definitely be said for Zanger. I don't even know if these hearts can make it to the end of the race. I mean, I would assume, I guess. But 28 laps seems like a lot. Oh, but let's see. Zanger tried to make the move. And Carrot Toes and Hot Pursuit. Does he try to go down the inside? Oof. He does not. So now Corito has to make the hard decision of when to overtake and make sure it's soon enough so that Tom and Diesel, who are both very close, don't get involved as well. You can tell how much Tom is having to be very cautious on the traction. But also at the same time, Corito's not going to have the fastest tires either to the end of this. That looked very wide from Flowery. Still Harmony's 9 seconds worth of penalties. Yeah, and Styled Harmony is definitely holding up this other train of cars. Definitely seems like the other Darth brother's going to be able to get past now, the aid of DRS. Styled Harmony not really making that any easier. Ooh. And Alonso's tried to follow Darth through, but kind of got pushed back wide by Styled Harmony. It was a little bit of a last minute move there. It's understandable though, he's definitely not had an ideal race from his perspective. Oh jeez. And Henny just saying what up to Mr. Nas. I think that of all things proved what the B stands for. I don't even know what I'm saying. Alright, and Alonso makes a mega dive on Styled Harmony. That was ambitious, to say the least. But it's clear he's sick of this guy. Come on, Alonso, you just got, there's 8 laps left. You got time. Done. Alright, now I just gotta calm down and kind of get those tires back in check. That's gonna definitely go to the end of the race. Darth Brothers are back to back to back. They're back to being back to back. And Thomas somehow stayed with Corito, and it just really seems like Flower Page and Zanger cannot get past each other in the same way Kurita can't find a safe way past Zanger with everyone being on these old tires. Oh! I literally turned away for 1 second and Zanger is back into 10th. I'm already calling it. I'm commentator of, top commentator of Season 6. And Kurita goes to the move around the outside. Whoa! Oops. That was definitely close, but Kurita's through now. Didn't actually go to the inside, went around the outside, and didn't appear to make any contact. But there's still more to be done in this group. It is seemingly growing larger and larger. The gaps behind are definitely more spread out. Looks like Mr. Naz and Styled Harmony are still close at it, with Sparty within sniffing distance. And already Kurita's gained like 2 seconds. It's not fun when you have ABS. Turn it off and have some fun. Oh, and Flyer Page is gonna go into the pits. I'm gonna guess for some soft tires. And this looks like it's gonna be a great day for the McLarens. And Alonso has done quite the champion's drive here, from falling all the way back and then climbing all the way back up near the front again, as Dearth Brother number 1 goes up the inside of Tom and then goes around him, and Alonso is going to try to get in on it too. Tom leaves Alonso the space, and Alonso leaves him the cars with on the exit, so Tom is able to keep his position, but he goes around. Oh, that was really close. That was really close, Alonso. But I see you. That was good judgment. You just oh, don't do that. Ah, man. 6 laps left. Bonk. Alright, but now let's hopefully see he doesn't spin, because he just lit up those tires for like 10 seconds. Whoa. Everything's fine. Whoa. And Tom is now pitting. So even with that spin, Alonso's going to go back up into 5th place. Looks like Henny V unfortunately broke a wing. Is Flyer Page going to beat Tom out of the pit? Ooh, Tom just barely gets him. And Fire Pace just cuts that corner there. And now it seems like everything's just separated by a couple of seconds. We'll keep an eye on Flowery and Tom. Who does have the fastest lap? Zanger does currently, but I think Styled Harmony or Flyer Page, I mean, should potentially get it with these new softs. Tom's gonna get it. Oh, and Henny's retired. Looks like through the bridge. They're in the mini map. Oh, I looked a little late on the brakes from Tom. Sublime's got about 4 laps to try to put the heat on Dearth. Let's see if Sparta can do anything to Mr. Nass here, also in the closing laps. DRS open, battery on. And Styled Harmony just definitely seems to be on the back foot no matter which group of cars she's around. Let's see if Sparty can use that wisdom in order to get past. Definitely can't entirely count out Zanger for this exact reason. Zanger thankfully doesn't go too deep as Tom sets the fastest lap of the race on some new softs. And is that Alonso who spun again? Or possibly made contact? He's really got to chill out with those tires. And bada bingo. Gonna get one more safety car? No. Well, gotta calm down sometimes. Let's see. Naz and Zanger still look close. And Zanger still can't make anything happen on Mr. Naz. Oh, and Stealth Harmony goes very late, almost hitting the barrier there. Dearth definitely keeping Carrito honest. Carrito's not exactly actually pulling away as much as I thought. Oh no! Oh! And I think I just kind of caught that. Zanger spun out and possibly reset there. Oh, and Sparty's changing his wing. Just gonna pretend I saw why. Or oh, and and penultimate lap, Zanger that was the most innocent looking spin I think I've ever seen. That's a bummer. Well, and now we're down to 10. Earth and Sublime are still and Karita are still have a pretty even 2-second gap all between each other. Everyone else is pretty far spaced out. Except Stalled Harmony and Mr. Ness. And go on board, I guess, with Carito, who's started the final lap. Well, in true Singapore fashion, this was certainly interesting and perhaps more of a controversial way. But yeah, for at least, I mean, all the ups and downs, I mean, you gotta give some credit to Carito at least for managing all of it and coming out still in the lead. But also, a great drive from Dirth to Saucy and Sublime. They're really also kind of keeping up and at least not letting Carito just walk away with this. I think Carito would have a better time. I don't know, maybe throw an ABS off or something. I understand the challenge is different on controller, but you know, for the sake of perhaps variety, so just try it. But anyway, great job to him, and great job on another win. And Dirth to Saucy lasting 15 laps on the mediums along with Sub to both get on the podium. And the other Dirth brother just outside of the podium with a P4, so missed that on the bingo. No back-to-back Dirth brothers. Tom coming in 5th after quite a chaotic race himself. And same thing with Flowery Page, who did lead the race for a little while there. Toger's Ghost is going to come in ninth. So, good job to Ghost. And Sparty is going to come in with a handful of points in 10th place. What a race. Well, I hope this wasn't too much of a drag considering all the safety cars. And Sparty's just gonna make it last a little longer. Thank you. Thank you for that. I needed that extra time for the race. And there is your podium. Congrats again to all the drivers. Singapore is obviously frustrating and can be a very difficult race. But if all the races were easy, what's the point? And there we go. We have our podium once again. Corrido in first place with Dirth to Saucy coming in second and Sublime finishing out the podium places. Then after that we have Dirth to Diesel, Freelance Tom in fifth, Flyer Page, Mr. Naz, Stealth Harmony, well, Toger's Ghost, and then Sparty finishing out the top 10, and the rest are DNFs. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in and checking out this race. We will be back next Tuesday for USA. My name has been Professor Phil, and thanks for watching.